Welcome back. You're listening to BalaCore Fitness Show with Owen Como and
Danny Lou's back too.
Yes, and before we went into the break, we're going to talk about what makes a workout effective. Mm-hmm. And there's two things that make it completely effective, and it can make the difference between a workout that you go in and you go, God, that was the hardest workout in the world, and you're going for like 2-3 weeks, and you're kind of going, God, but I don't see any change in my body. What's going on? And there's other workouts that you might do and go, gosh, you know what? That wasn't so bad. That wasn't so hard. And wow, I really hit these muscles. And all of a sudden you start to see results. And that comes with two things. Sequencing is one of them. And sequencing is how you put your exercises together, what muscles you're putting together, what kind of moves you're putting together, how you're putting it together. And that's the best way anybody in fitness, if you're a trainer or your group instructor, is going to make your workout effective by the sequencing. And sequencing, I think every trainer has kind of almost like they're an artist on their own right when they're putting the sequence together. And, when I sequence a workout, I think about the muscles that I'm working. I always go for my larger muscles first. I land at my smaller muscles, but I also peak and valley into hard and easy times. And at the beginning of a workout is when you have the most energy. So the beginning of the workout is when I'm going to hit you the hardest. And then I'm going to go at that level for as long an amount of time as that workout I need to for that workout. And then at the end is when I'm going to ease you into the ending and the cool down. So for me, because the body is so warm and fresh and ready to go, I warm you up and then I hit you really hard. And then we slowly come down. And so a lot of my workouts are sequenced that way. Not all of them, but most of them. And then there's also another thing that is imperative if you want to have a good workout and you want results, and that is your form. Make sure everything that you're doing in that class, you're listening to what muscle is supposed to be working. If it's not working, raise your hand, get a hold of your instructor, look at your trainer. Don't ever do something with your trainer or your group instructor and you're supposed to be doing a glute move and you're feeling it in your lower back. Don't just do it. Don't just keep doing it. Stop. Raise your hand. Do something to get their attention. They're going to help you. They're going to modify you. They might show modifications up in the front of the class right away. A lot of times what I do is after we get through one set, I will say, is everybody feel it in their bicep per se. And if one person raises their hand and tells me, no, I'm feeling it in my neck, okay, this is how I walk over and stand with that person and I go over and I correct it right then and there. Or we modify it, or we do what we need to do. Sometimes you're holding too much weight. Sometimes your range of motion is too long or too short. Sometimes I shorten your range of motion because there's a joint issue going on. So you really want to be an active participant in your workouts. Even if you're with your trainer and even with your group instructor, you need to be an advocate for your body. If you're not feeling the right thing or if something's uncomfortable for you, you need to speak up. Because when we're in the front of the room or we're even standing right next to you, we cannot see what's going on in your body. You have to communicate with us.
And then the thing I found out when I started working out with you about 2 years ago, Ellen, is that a lot of us, we just go to the gym and go, okay, the big box gym's right there, the LA or the 24, and I'm going in and, I'm going to work arms. Other people are just doing bicep curls. But the way I learned for the last year how your body's changed so fast, and people keep hearing us say that, but then when they come in, they're so amazed, even other trainers, because they don't realize that they take your 30 years of experience of sequencing, studying, education, everything that you've put together, you've put into your workouts, and you've worked a sequence, which you're talking about, that works the muscles in the right way. You just don't do bicep curls and then grab a bar and throw it and use your back to lift the bicep curl and go, hey, I just went up to 75 on a curl from 45. You are doing the sequencing and the form to optimize the muscle build. I am one person for that. You can talk to everybody out of the 60, 70 people, the people that started with us at least 2 or 3 months ago are just going, I've worked out for X amount of years at the time. How does my body change this much? Mm-hmm. It's because of your sequencing and form. And that's what you teach at our BalaCore Center.
Yeah, thank you for that, Danny.
You're welcome.
Yeah, sequencing is such a big part of it. When when you visualize a workout, you really need to put thought into it, and you need to know why you put what you put in. And I explain it to my class. I'm not going to say, okay, now we're going to go into, here, just take this weight and lift it. I'm going to tell you this is a transitional move. Transitional means we're going from one body part to the next. So there's a little bit of both body parts involved. Then we go into another body part, and then there might be another transition. I'll tell you when your range of motion should be longer, shorter. And if I see somebody struggling, sometimes I'll walk over and just hand them lighter weights. And if I see somebody slacking, sometimes I'll quietly walk over and give them heavier weights. I'm involved with, it's kind of personal training in a class setting at BalaCore Fitness Studio. The sequencing is always going to be thought about. Everything I do, even the sequencing for our week classes have been thought about. I don't just throw classes up there like I said before. And then the form. Everybody in my gym is trained, all of our instructors, to look at people's form. Make sure you're doing it correctly. If you see something that doesn't look right, go up and ask somebody. And I might even walk up to somebody because I see them doing something, and I might say to them, okay, is there something going on? And a lot of times they might say, yeah, I have an injury. So they've already worked with their physical therapist. They know their limitations. They know they have to modify. So that can happen as well. But make sure if you're at a gym, first thing you do is walk in the door. Don't care how long you're there. But whenever you get in a class or in with a trainer, don't be afraid to ask questions. Don't be afraid to tell someone that something is not working the way it should be working, because we cannot see what's going on underneath your skin. You need to talk to us. We can only be as good as your communication. We're going to be right back. This is Ellen Como. You're listening to BalaCore Fitness Show with Danny and Ellen on your hometown station, AM 1220 KHTS. You are listening to BalaCore Fitness Show here on your hometown station. I'm Ellen Como. I'm here with
Danny Lou.
Yes, and we've been talking the last segment about form and sequencing, and that's what makes a workout effective. So if you are working out and you're at the gym doing your own workouts, or you're doing something and you're finding out you're not getting the results that you want, it could have everything to do with the sequencing, form, or both. It could have both to do with both. So those are two things that you need in order to have a effective workout that you're going to get results from. But we have something really exciting that we have starting in January, don't we, Danny?
Yes, we do. It's our first challenge. It's not one of those 50,000, 20,000 challenges that are going on. It's actually, we're doing our first challenge at the gym, and it's the name you came up with was?
It's Heart Your Body Challenge.
And not just H-E-A-R-T, it's the picture of a heart.
That's right.
So cute.
Because it ends on Valentine's Day. So I just thought that was so fitting. And everybody needs to learn to love their body.
Yes, that's true. So we talked with all the trainers and what we could do, and a little bit of motivation with money, which we will do. And all it is for 6 weeks, what we're going to do is you come in, it could be the last week of December. You even can start that week free, and we'll take your picture. You sign up, it's $149, which would normally be what the monthly fee would be anyways. $99 a month is what it is, but for 6 weeks, it's $149. Non-reoccurring. You don't have to pay you don't have to sign any contracts, nothing. You just come. And what it is you'll get nutrition from Ellen. We'll take before pictures. The only requirement is that you just get your pictures taken and check in for your weights and measurements so you can see your progress. So 6 times. So once every week for 6 weeks. That's it. As long as you do that, we record it, and we're going to record it on an app program that we have. Take your pictures, show you the before and after, the measurements, so you can track and get excited about your progress. Ellen, if you want it, we'll give you the nutrition as well on what your goals. And she'll ask you, what is your weight loss goal? And we'll try to get to a realistic goal. Now, that's your personal goal, which is a great goal to be, for your, Valentine, or your girl or a guy, your Valentine, or just for yourself, what you want to get to. So that's one goal. The other goal is that we are having a contest. So what we're going to do is, as long as you do sign in and log in for that $149 and get 6 check-ins, you can come to all the classes that we have available. It's unlimited. You could even, if you're coming to our gym and other gyms, you could have the other gym you're going to too. So you don't have to stop any other memberships or anything. It's just a 6 weeks challenge, and it doesn't only have to be at our gym. You can supplement it with your other gym, because it's not. It's just the goal to help you lose your weight. But what our prizes are going to be is at the end on Valentine's Day, which will be the Saturday, the 14th of February, after the 9:30, 10:30 JC cycle class, we're going to draw a men and a women's. So on the men's side, they'll get a $250 gift certificate or cash, and a $100 second prize of cash. Same thing for the women. So they'll also be able to get a $250 cash prize and a $100 cash prize. Then we'll put all the names into a grand prize drawing right then, mix it all up, pull out one winner for $500. Now come on, checking in 6 times, 6 weeks, changing your body, and having a blast at doing it for $500 chance.
Yeah, it's a great way for us to introduce BalaCore Fitness Studio to you as well. A lot of people don't know really what we're doing over at BalaCore Fitness Studio because we're so new and we really haven't been out there. And BalaCore is a piece of fitness equipment that not a lot of people have had the pleasure of working on. And they're seeing the results like crazy. The people that are coming are loving what we're doing at this fitness studio. So we're so excited to introduce it to you. And we'd love you to come in and just for 6 weeks, see what we do. It kind of gives you a chance to try our different classes, try our different instructors, try everything going on. You will sit down with me. The nutrition that I do with you is very personalized because some people are more plant-based, some people are more carnivore. Guys versus girls, everybody has a different, not only goal, but your bodies work and function differently. Some people, I have women, a couple women that they need to be plant-based, and that's how they keep their bodies the way they need to. And then I might have 2 women that they could never go plant-based. And men, I'm going to feed a little bit more because they actually use more calories than women. So, it's when I'm feeding them more that really helps them lose their weight. Or if they're trying to gain muscle mass, maybe they're trying to gain and they want to get some muscle on their body, they're going to have a whole different nutrition. So it's not going to be, I hand you a piece of paper, this is what you eat. I'm going to be talking to each one of you and finding out what your personal goals are. Then once a week you come in, you get weighed and measured, we take your picture. At that point, if you have any questions about your nutrition, you can address them with me. At any time, you can actually address them with me anytime you see me if it's a quick question. And I'll help you with that. You do that for 6 times. And then on Valentine's Day, we're going to do the last weigh and measures and take your pictures. And you're going to feel great. And you know what's so fun? That it ends on Valentine's Day, which is on a Saturday. So that's a day you've been really taking care of your body, working really hard. Both men and women, it gives you a chance to get all dressed up, show how hot you look, and go out for the night. Whether it's with your Valentine, or you might just be out there looking for a Valentine and want to look really good. So either way,
or with your family and you're just feeling good. So kids can come to this. Kids can be there. It can be adults. Do it as a family. A 6-week program. I know some of the families will be out on vacations. You know, with colleges and that. Even if you want to come by for 3 weeks, just come to the challenge and at least for 3-week part of it. We do have 1 week free. So also what I can advise, and we'll talk about that later, is our 1 free week that we offer.
Yeah, we're going to be right back. We have to take a break right here. So we'll be back. This is Ellen Como, Danny Lou on your hometown station, AM 1220 KHTS.